public officials serve get the opportunity to look at us face to face, ask us things face to face, and ask for answers. And disagree when you want to disagree. I saw there were some people with signs that didn't like some stuff that I like out in the front as I was pulling in. Unfortunately, they were all talking amongst themselves when my car went by, so they missed their moment, you know? I almost wanted to roll down the window and go, no, it's me, man, come on. This is the time for you to yell and shake your signs and everything. And then they saw me as I went by, and you can see how disappointed they were. I looked at the side mirror, they're like, oh man, we've been out here for 2 hours waiting for this guy, and now we missed it. Clue to protesters, keep your eye out for black Suburbans, okay? If you're a governor, you're in black Suburbans most of the time, keep your eye out for those. That's usually the guy you're looking to protest. But it's one of the great aspects of our country. And I love to have the back and forth if everyone wants to get it. Okay? They have earned that right by putting their life on the line for our country. Second, in New Jersey, we've established a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week hotline that is manned not only by mental health professionals, but by other veterans, for veterans who are experiencing mental health issues. The enormous tragedy in our country about the VA not stepping up to the plate, especially on mental health issues, is that we have had too many veterans commit suicide. It is unconscionable that as a society, we have men and women who we've sent to the front lines of an ugly downturn, and holds the state responsible for the results, but gives them the power to be able to innovate in a way where they feel comfortable being held responsible for the results. We need to provide health care to the indigent and the poor. I don't think anybody in this country wants people dying in the streets because they can't afford health care. There has to be a measure of responsibility that goes along with that as well. Because when you have this program grow over 800% in the last 25 years, you are absolutely right when you say it's eating us alive. It is the single largest growing program in the federal. It's the most ethnically diverse state in America. We have more different ethnicities living in our state than any other state has in the country. And so, in my time as governor, I've met lots of different folks in our state who immigrated there, and many of them are undocumented immigrants. I will tell you that not one of them ever came up to me and said, the reason I came to America is because I wanted to vote. Right? So we have this whole argument that the Democratic Party tries to foist upon us about path to citizenship. I will tell you that most folks that I've met in my state who have come here, this country, illegally, have come here because they want to work. Because they want to support themselves, they want to support their families. So let's stop having this argument about path to citizenship. Because most of the folks that I've met are much more concerned about work. So let's not get dragged into that part of the conversation. Third, we need to deal with the problems that we have and set up a system that people believe is fair. And we don't have that now. And so we need to have a conversation in this country about what kind of immigration we want to have, what we want to authorize, and how we deal with the people who are already here. Now, I will tell you that I'm not somebody who believes in the concept of self-deportation. These folks are not going to leave on their own. And they're just not. And I don't believe in that concept. Iran is the largest state sponsor of terrorism in the world. Iran regularly calls for death to America. Iran regularly calls, and its leaders, call for the destruction of Israel, wiping it off the map. That doesn't mean that you can't have conversations with these people. But what it means is that everything that they promise needs to be irretrievably verified. They have no basis to have earned our trust. And the immediate lifting of sanctions would be acknowledging that everything they agree to do, we believe they're going to do. If they do everything that they agree to do, that's one thing. But we need to make sure we evaluate that the right way. By the way, this framework, in my view,